imagine we're not here at all in the site office with DML, but actually back in the Toitū to Whenua office with Brad, and the survey's finished, Brad, and you get delivered the data set from DML, and you've got to do a few things to it before you can create your charts.
That's right, Andrew. So I've got to check the data set. So when we specify a survey, we want them to survey a nice area. So I've got to check that they've done the whole area. I've also got to check that it's really accurate and there's no holes or any gaps or anything. And then I've got to take that information and kind of downsample it into a way that mariners can easily understand, and a way that's standard for mariners from one part of the world to another.
Gotcha. They've got to speak the same language.
Correct.
And Brad's going to show us what he means. Come and check it out.
Show you. So in front of me here on the screen, I have the whole digital elevation model that's collected by the multi-beam. So if I was to take this and put it onto a chart, it wouldn't work very well. So what I have to do now is downsample, and we downsample into two main things. So that's contours,
yes,
and the soundings.
Right.
So the numbers that go on the chart and the lines that go on the chart. So the contours have a value associated with them. So you get the 5, 10, 20 meter contour, and the soundings are spaced every 10 millimeters or so on the chart. And so I produced those, and here's one I prepared earlier. So you're looking right now at the digital elevation model on the screen. I'm just going to turn on the soundings as they would display and bring them to the top. So they're shining through, and if I zoom into the sort of level that you'd usually zoom in on this product or chart, you'll see they're spaced. So all those little bits of information and data are somewhat downsampled to these values. And then what I also do, when I can find my mouse, is turn on I generate contours as well. Now this is quite an incomplete data set, so I've only really got 1 or 2 contours on here. If I had the whole complete data set at the end, you'd see a lot more. But you see that red line, that's the 20 meter contour, for example. And so instead of having this whole picture of the data, you've now got, I've just turned off now the multi-beam, you've now got this one line. And that goes into a chart that'll end up looking something like this one here.
Like that. So that's what a sort of more of a standardized chart looks like.
Correct.
And people who are trained to navigate will understand this and know where they can and can't go, and it's a much safer way for them.
Yeah, there's different use cases for different charts. So this one's used for approaching a harbour. So you want to have a real good attention to detail. You want to be quite zoomed in. So that's the way we produce it. This is called a large scale chart. I'll just turn off this layer and you'll see what we call the small scale chart. So if you're, for example, coming in from a long way overseas, you'd use this small scale chart. So you don't get as much detail, but it's not too cluttered at the same time.
So different charts for different purposes.
Different charts for different purposes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Hey, thanks, Brad.